Hello everybody, this is Fernando for Godzilla Movie News. I thought I would create yet another Cyptids and Monsters video, this time focusing on a small twist, where previously my Cyptids and Monsters actually dealt with creatures and animals. This time it has a humanoid twist, and we're talking about the cryptids known as the Melon Heads. Very fascinating story. I found this on various websites, and I was able to read several quote-unquote user listings of experiences that people had with these melon heads. Essentially, the story goes as this: there's two areas, or three in some cases, that the melon heads lurk around in the U.S. And what they are essentially small humanoids with giant bulbous heads, hence the name Melon Heads. And the legends go that if you go to these areas, you can go to a Lake Town Township in Michigan, or you can go areas in Ohio, especially if you go to the Cleveland suburb of Kirtland, or if you go to Connecticut, you can see some of the quote-unquote melon heads in Fairfield County, Connecticut. And the legend goes, if you go to these places and you spend several nights in the woods there, because they all have to do with woods, they'll have maybe some dirt roads nearby, but that's about it, that eventually you'll see these melon heads approaching you. And the reason for it is they're either going to attack you, or they're as interested in you as you are in them. So here's how the urban legend goes. These melon heads were essentially children that were under the care of an asylum or some doctor that worked at an asylum. And they were thought to have these giant heads because they were filled with water. The traditional term is hydrocephalus, the scientific term for it, which causes a larger size of your head because you have more water or more fluids inside your head. Think of essentially like a gray alien, except with human eyes and a mouth, and you would essentially have a melon head. And in any case, they were abused by the physicians there, or by the people there, or by this doctor who goes by the name of Dr. Crow. And that when they finally had enough, they decided to escape. In some cases of the urban legend, they killed some of the personnel there. They killed the doctor, and they ran off into the woods. And they would just hide there, waiting to see, if anybody wanted to come by. And those that did, they would get a good surprise regarding a visit by these melon heads. Very fascinating stuff. Some of the user accounts that I was reading, just type in melon heads encounter on Google and you'll see what I mean. You'll hear about people that have visited these places, and in one was describing that they were visiting one of these woods, and on the first night didn't really see much, didn't see anything other than hearing what animals would be. But on the second night, when it began raining, the same area where they were at before, they heard somebody approaching, and during various flashes of lightning they saw what appeared to be a small humanoid, or a small human with a large head, staring at them. And then the sound of a giant crash caused them near the area, caused them to just run and flee away and get out of there. Think of it like Wrong Turn, the movie Wrong Turn, but instead of having cannibals, you have small humanoids with giant heads, doing something. Who knows? Attacking people for whatever purpose, we don't know, but that's how the legend goes. Quite a freaky thing, because the legend also continues that if you visit the asylum that's there, which is called the Junction Insane Asylum in Michigan, people see shadows of ghosts or something that inhabit that mansion itself, that recreate the torture that was happening to these children, or in some cases recreate the torture that the children did on the people that were mistreating them. So quite a fascinating urban legend on there. As you've seen right now, you've seen various pictures of the locations that I'm talking about, along with various pictures of descriptions of how these melon heads look like. Quite a freaky thing. This would freak me out if I was in the middle of nowhere, say in a desert, and I knew I heard something, and then to see something like this, then it would be quite a freaky sight. I'll be running out of there just like those other people as soon as possible. A tragic turn as well, because if the legends go as is, then these were just people that were just trying to escape, trying to get away from all the hurt that they were experiencing, but in doing so, they created infamy between them, and in turn attracted more people out there. So if you're in Michigan, or if you're in Ohio, or if you're in Connecticut and you have the stomach for it, by all means visit those places, look them up on Wikipedia, you'll see what I'm talking about, and then see what you can find out. Spend a couple nights in these places and see what happens. But otherwise, that's my latest video, Melon Heads. Hope everybody's enjoyed it. Have a good day.